Hello, Chemistry 10HH students. This is Mrs. Altman. We are on video number 3, Chemical Foundations, Part 3. In this video, we're going to be talking about addition, subtraction, as well as multiplication, division when we need to consider significant figures. Pause here. Right, so when you need to do addition and subtraction considering significant figures, the first thing you're going to do, at least initially until you get the hang of it, is line up the values, meaning that you're going to write it out as if you were going to be doing long addition. The second is you're just going to perform the calculation, ignoring significant figures. The third step, which is the hardest step, is rounding to the most precise digit on the least precise measurement. I'm going to walk through that because it's easier to understand with an example. Let's work through this together. Okay. So to start with, we're going to line up the values. So I've got 4.00 plus 0.5, right? So the most precise digit here, and you don't always have to write this out. So in this, for the 4.0, it's the hundredths place, and I spelled that wrong. And then the 0.5, the most precise digit, is the tenths place. So my most precise digit on my least precise measurement is the tenth place. So when I add these together, I originally get 4.50, but I'm going to round this to the 10th place. So my final answer here is going to be 4.5 milliliters. I'm going to include the units with the answer. I'm going to work through the other ones a little bit quicker here. So for this one, my least precise digit on my most precise measurement, I'm going to round to the ones place, because 4 is less precise than 0.5. So I originally get 4.5, and then to round to the ones place, that becomes 5 milliliters. For this case, I'm going to have to round to the nearest 100, because 400, its most precise digit, is that 4. Because those zeros are trailing zeros, they're not significant. So I originally get 440, and then I round it to 400. And then for my last one, I'm going to round to the tens place. Both of these are equally as precise as one another. So I end up with 440 milliliters, and I could leave it as that. We'll have more practice with this in class as well. So if it's a little bit confusing to you right now, just understand that that's normal, and we'll have some practice with that. Pause here. Multiplying and division is a little bit easier. So the first thing you do is you determine how many sig figs there are in each measurement that you're multiplying or dividing. It doesn't matter if it's multiplication or division. And then you round your final answer to the least number of significant figures. So if you're multiplying something with 2 sig figs times something with 5, you round to 2 sig figs. Pause here. All right, so for the first one, I'm going to round to 1 significant figure. So I just do 0.9 grams per milliliter. The next one, I'm rounding to 2 significant figures. So I need to include that 0 afterwards to make that have 2 significant figures. I've got 2 sig figs multiplied by 4 sig figs. So my final answer here, I'm going to round to 2 significant figures. So that gives me 24 meters. The seconds cancel out with one another, hence why I don't include them in my final answer. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and have a great night.